Hey, energy party people. Well, welcome to anybody watching live and in the future. And welcome to my new video recording studio in the corner of our living room. Uh, the house we live in, Javier. If you read my book, you know all about how much I love Javier, but he's kind of quirky and it's hard to find a decent wall that's not yeah, it's who cares? Boring. But thank you for being here and bear with me as I figure out my lighting. The sun is coming up through this tall window right here. Good story, bro. Okay. And before we even do my beautiful theme song, let's say hello to the lovely and amazing and very talented Yvonne. So, hi, Yvonne. So, let's go ahead and play your theme song. Here we go.
Yvonne is in the house. Check her out.
Check her out. Like, seriously, what are you waiting for? Okay. So I'm glad you're here, Yvonne. And yeah, so what is happening? Oh gosh, well, as I announced like 5 seconds ago, bear with me. I have a lot of plate spinning, is that the term? So I've got a lot of things being processed through my mind, so bear with me. So let's go ahead and play my beautiful theme song while I smudge the space.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Colleen.
Okay, smudging the space. Yeah, whew, yeah, a lot of shifting going on in my world. I hope things are, um, yeah, I hope things are happy and healthy and all of that in your world. And sending extra, extra love to everyone, including Dr. Shannon, who was part of the big hurricane or hurricanes or I'm a earthquake gal. That's all I really know as far as natural disasters that I've been a part of. Yeah, so sending love to everyone. I did see Shannon sent some pictures of some destruction like in her neighborhood and yeah, sad. It's a lot. But stuff can always be replaced, and hopefully very few people, lost their lives, yeah. Anywho, I'm what I wanna talk about today. I took no notes. I've been pretty busy thinking outside the box, and even though I have an entire room where I've moved my desk around for the last 4 years, um, yeah, it just doesn't work. And being in the living room, I thought it would be weird, but it's absolutely fine. And it's so much more open, and I don't feel. "Ugh." So that's pretty great. So what's happening? Well, there's the book. Oh my gosh. Well, you can see it. If you're watching, you can see my book behind me. And it's like, it's just, it's the little things in life that are so fun to me. And ordering a book stand, from Amazon for my book is just lovely. So she feels extra extra fancy and taken care of. Yeah, and part of wanting to, create a different background that I feel comfortable with is because 'cause I'm working on creating a program. Like, it's probably mostly gonna be based on just, my book. What else would it be based on? Because it's what I do. So a basic, energy like, if you wanna learn how to do energy healing, and I think I'm gonna make it my current plan is to rather than make some giant program, which is, like, overwhelming, and I don't know about you, but I've purchased some programs in the past, where I'm all about it, and then it just never happens. But I have some different ideas with this one, and they're gonna be probably just smaller chunks of information, um, where there'll be, like, modules you can buy, so, if you're interested. Um, yeah, and so it won't be terribly expensive for a module, and then you do that module, and once you're done with that, then you can move on to the next one if you feel inspired, and if you're not into it, then you only lost well, you learned from that was your tuition to learn that that's not what you're into. But if you want more, then pay for the next segment instead of being so locked into anything, especially if you're just learning and dabbling. Yeah. And what I'm also working on is it's kind of working through me. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm working. All indicators have been like that I should do coaching, and it's always been like, "No, no, no." And then everything is now pointing to coaching, coaching. So, yeah, I've been getting real clear or allowing it to become clear to me what this is gonna look like. I realize I'm not just a magic coach, I'll be a love and magic coach because my 2 favorite things are my energy work and love and finding love, whether and that's not just romantic love, that's like to me the big thing is finding self-love, and the more self-love you find, the more powerful you become in your energy work and all of life. So I'm working on that. I'm hoping that will be in existence. The coaching will be offered sometime probably early next year, if not before. I'm open to it being before, but I'm playing with taking time and money out of the equation and just allowing my energy to not be focused on those things and just be focused on what's trying to come through. So that's been really powerful. Um, yeah, not getting bogged down in fear and bullshit that I'm creating in the future that when I need to be paying attention to what's coming through now. Anyway, so let's see. Art and Erica are here and they say, "Good morning, energy party peeps. It's just me today, Erica. Art is hungover from 2 glasses of wine. Ah, middle age. I love your new set. Oh, thanks, Erica. And sending lots of good vibes to Art. Yeah, if I'm really going for it, if I'm drinking, if I have 2, woo, party time. And back in the day, it was like, man, like me and my girls, like what we would do is usually we would stop at, I believe it was AM PM in Davis. At least that's where Sadie and I would start. We'd each buy a pack of cigarettes, Marlboro Lights. Then we go pick up our friend in Sacramento, and I guess she'd probably already have her cigarettes because we'd each come in with a full pack. And then we probably stop by the bank so we could each get like 20 bucks. And then we get to the bar early, the bar where we knew where everyone knows their name, where we knew not only knew the owner, but he had a crush on one of my friends. So that was lucrative. So we would go early to avoid the cover charge of like $3 and then sit at the bar and drink free all night and smoke cigarettes, get drunk, and I would always be on the lookout for, what tasty nuggets are here tonight. And then we would sit there for, I don't know, till it closed. And yeah. And on occasion, okay, this story will be over soon, don't worry. But on occasion, not only would the 3 of us stop and, we'd each come in with a pack of cigarettes, drink free beer all night. And and then oftentimes, maybe around 1 or so, if it closed at 2, well, we'd run out of cigarettes, which blows me away. And when I hear people smoke like 3 packs a day, like, "Oh my god, that's 60 cigarettes." That would like be a full-time job. Um, or another well, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole I was gonna do. I'm gonna poof myself there. But anyway, yeah, we'd all chip in and we'd be like scrounging up our change so we could put change into that's right, cigarette machine in the bar. So this really dates me. Okay. And a lot of people who dated me, I met at that bar way back in the day. Hogshead in Old Sacramento. And this lighting thing is getting really funky. Okay, so that being said, and just so you know, Koop is on standby and he says, "Hey everybody." He'll get his theme song as soon as we bring him on. Yeah, so oh, that's nice. Hi, Roy. Pardon me, Roy. Okay, so Roy, let's go ahead and first we need to play Erica's song. And so Erica, there was a while back there that I created a theme song that was just for you. I don't remember what it sounds like. Let's find out now what it is. Here we go.
Erica, you're such a lovely human. And I'm oh so glad you're here today. Howdy.
That was awesome. Okay, and then Roy. Roy. And Roy, please tell Mary, say hi. And hope to see you guys again someday when we're up in Sacramento. I don't think we're going to make it up there this year. Got too many things going on. Oh, because I wrote a book. So, and I apologize to anybody in my world who's sick of hearing about my book. But yeah, and I'm sorry, Roy. Your song is going to have to wait 1 second because it's 11:11 here, and we need to make a wish real quick. And so let's look at Dave as Gandhi. Here we go. Okay, so let's get back to Roy's song. Okay, Roy, here you go.
He's a CPA and he's here today. It's Roy. Hi, Roy.
Hi, Roy. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, and Roy says he will do that for me. Say hello to Mary. Okay, yeah, so, and well, let's bring on this week's sponsor. We have a recurring sponsor, one of my favorites, especially now. So just so you know, anybody can receive this security if you contact them, but they are just the perfect blend of security, whatever that means. I don't know what blend of security is, but if you're a stand-up comedian, they just might be your peeps. Here we go. So let's welcome today's sponsor. Type 5 Security. We'll beat your stalker to the punch. Line, Type 5 Security. And I just noticed a typo on this, so that's good to see. Sorry, Type 5. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. So lame. But I have, like, just on my iPhone, there's like just little notes you can make to yourself. And I have a segment or a specific series of notes that are for my stand-up ideas for my Type 5. Yeah, there will not be any stand-up, but boy, do I love stand-up comedians. I don't think I do well in that. Even if I was the best comedian ever, I think that would be a rough club to get into. Yeah, and it was great when I was a kid. I loved the show back in the 70s called Make Me Laugh, hosted by, that's right, Bobby Van, who was one of the dancers in one of my favorite musicals, Kiss Me Kate, among others. Anyway, so he was the host. Yeah, he was a popular like game show guest as well at the time. Anyway, I'm going down too many rabbit holes here. But I loved that show and a series of comedians. Like there'd be 3 comedians and then there'd be a regular person guest, and each comedian would have like a minute to make them laugh. And if you could get through the whole 3 minutes, then you win probably not a too fabulous prize, if I recall correctly. Yeah, and so I got tickets. I scored them. I scored some tickets to make me laugh as I was probably maybe junior high school. I don't think I was elementary school. Anyway, and so my dad was willing to take me and no fairsies. We could see like I think we saw him in the audience and maybe my like right arm or something. Not fair because it was my show. Yeah, and I believe they had guest stars on to like for them to make them laugh also. And don't get jealous, but Jack LaLanne, yep, and one of the Van Pattens, like Dick Van Patten, not Dick Van Patten, one of his kids. Yeah. Anyway, that's right. I saw them in person. And why am I still talking about this? Not entirely sure. So let's see here. Ooh, Blanca's here. Yay, Blanca. Welcome. Blanca's going for her MBA, but that's not your song. Okay, Blanca. Can do this and not make my eyes crazy. Where are you, Blanca? Oh, there you are. Here you go. Enjoy.
Blanca, oh Blanca, thank you for showing up today. Yay!
And while we're here, let's just go ahead and just because he's hungover doesn't mean his wife shouldn't get to hear their theme song. Here we go.
Art and Erica, Erica and Art. Thank you for joining us, doing your part. Yeah!
Yeah. Every so often I'll just be hanging out and thinking about whatever, and I think about the theme songs. And the people who have their theme songs played regularly have told me many times that they really do love their theme song, and or they'll find themselves singing somebody else's theme song, which I love. And every so often I consider, ooh, what if I changed out, say, Yvonne's theme song? Would she notice? What a stupid question. Anyway, and then I think, ooh, would that hurt somebody to take away something so valuable as their theme song? Ah, the sun. Anyway, yeah, the important things that go through my mind. Don't worry, plenty of important things go through my mind because, as we all know, everything's backwards. I wrote a book that has its own stand now, like a fancy book. So, anywho, yeah. So I haven't shown this for a while, and I haven't found one that I like better than this. So we're just going to keep going over this one. Here we go. My favorite Rumi poem, "The Guest House." This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guide from above. Oh, what's that? You read my book and you think, oh, that kind of reminds me, Colleen, of your chapter, Making Room for It All, or something like that. Anyway, jeez. It's hard not to mention my book every 5 seconds because it's me. So it's my life. So anyway, this lighting is really great. Okay, when I record my program, I will have to be very aware of what time of day it is, or maybe have a umbrella here or something. Thanks for listening. Okay, and let's also look at this before we bring Koop on. Da, 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 da. Okay, so the misspelled version is behind me, where Koop, Koop was the one to point out that highest is spelled wrong, which is kind of funny since we all know that I love me some MJ. But anyway, yeah, and I don't just mean Michael Jordan. Okay, so here we go. The universe is in a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our back. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So, what is the universe bringing to our attention for our highest growth, healing, and happiness? Man, if you can adopt that and then have tools to peel apart, like when shit comes up and it does not feel like the universe has your back, it's not that the universe doesn't have your back. There's just something being shown or highlighted for your learning on this planet. So, yeah, when you can adopt that and really get into it, man, oh man, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm so serious that I tortured myself to write an entire book about it. Like, it'll change your life if you start getting into it. And I know it's not the easiest thing, it's not the easy route, but man, it sure makes my life a lot easier to know, like, whatever happens, and there's so much stuff coming up that is like people are on edge about, and I'm not because, well, because I know that when something really gets to me, I'm going to look at it energetically, peel it apart on with my master menu. Like you can build your own if you want, if you've read my book. Yeah, and start start like noticing like, wow, I'm really upset about this, and hmm, I heard somebody brilliant, or I read it in a book, or soon I heard it in an audiobook of like, wow, I'm really wound up about this. Maybe there's some energy behind it that has nothing to do with what I think it's about on a soul level. So, and then when you get good at it and you're persistent, like things just get better. Like, despite what's happening in the world, I'm more comfortable. Like every day, do I have my shitty days? Of course I do. So that this it's this human thing. I'm not I don't I can't avoid my triggers, but man, when they hit me, I notice them quicker and quicker and get on them so they don't have to fester and become a thing that, oh, I don't know. Like I know people who are still affected by, we won't call him, well, just the orange one. When he came into office, that spun a lot of us out of our orbits. And as I say in my book, and I don't say this to say anything political, but just a reminder, I got myself out of, like, I was just immediately, I remember, like, I was just like suddenly in deep mourning and I felt like nothing could ever be okay again. Didn't know what to do with myself. And then because I've trained myself, like, going, yeah. And so, like, check it out energetically. And I did, and cleaned it up within, like, it might not have even taken me 15 minutes. Like, that day, like, that morning. Like, Dave might not have even gotten to the freeway yet for his almost hour-long drive to the office before I felt okay about, like, "Okay, this is just how it is." Like, there's so much magic. That's why I'm on such a mission, because I know this isn't just for me. This isn't just for me. The only reason I'm super good at it is, well, yeah, I'm an empath, so I'm already set up by being sensitive. So I've got lots of material to work with, and I know I'm not the only one. And if you I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help all people, of course, but my focus is sensitive women. And a friend of mine, we were on, like, probably the longest phone call I've ever been on in my life, and I never moved my body the whole time. Like, I sat cross-legged for over 5 hours the other day. It just kinda happened, and we both apparently had the time for it, and it was magical. Um, but she was asking me, like, "What about the men? Men need help too. More and more men need help." And it's like, "Okay, well, yeah." And I told her, "It's not exactly the same thing, but it kind of reminds me of Black Lives Matter." And then some people like, "Well, all lives matter." Yes, of course all lives matter, but that's not the point of Black Lives Matter. There's a spotlight. Like, everyone else calm the fuck down. So, anyway, wow, I know this isn't the first time that I'm all over the place. So, anyway, and I wanna thank everyone who, like, different groups of people have milled in and out, some of you for the whole time, um, over these almost 4 years. Next month, it'll be 4 years since I've been doing this every Monday, and I just really wanna thank you, because it's really, boy, has it helped me, in being seen, um, being okay with being seen, uh, as just as a person in general, and specifically doing energy work. So, anyway, okay. Well, clearly I have a lot to say, and I don't even know why I put this picture up so I could show you. But here's another view from my new studio. Ooh, look at that. So you can see the window where the light comes down for me. Um, just not in this picture. Anyway, yeah. And I believe it's not next Monday, probably I think it's the one after that. My dear friend, Natalie Vale, the magical, beautiful Reverend Dr. Natalie Vale, is going to join me on the show. And, well, I'm sure we'll talk about a lot of things. but she's got a program that she has created, and I should really know the name of it. It's an acupuncture. She's a man. What doesn't she do? So I believe it's a combination of feng shui and sorry, I really should have paid better attention, but whatever she teaches, she's magical. And, she offers up just yet another magical way based on traditional Chinese medicine and feng shui, etc. Um, it's just another way to understand yourself and what's happening in the world better. And so she's going to be offering that in November. And if you get my newsletter, you would know that. Okay. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to having Natalie on. Oh yeah, and of course Natalie wrote the foreword to my book, which I think is worth the price of admission in itself. And just recently, as I mentioned before, she came over to record it. So I didn't have to say things like, Colleen and Dave are amazing. Yeah, that would be a little embarrassing. Okay, so that being said, oh, wait. This just in. Hold on. Okay, shit. Where is it? You're just going to wait for it. Okay. I knew I saw it earlier. This just in. Ooh, newsflash. This just in. You're awesome. In case you haven't heard it from anybody today, including yourself, you're awesome. And I highly recommend, I don't know if you ever play with this tool of self-love, but daily set it up for a week or forever. Look yourself in the mirror in the eyes and tell yourself with sincerity that I love you. I remember when I first started doing that and it was hard, and now it's like, whatever, I'll talk to myself. I talk to myself all day. So shocker. And sometimes what I play with is I'll talk to myself in the mirror as if I'm a woman who has read my book and it changed her life and she's telling me about it like at a book signing or something. And I just start crying immediately. So it's a fun little thing to play with, unless it's not fun. And if it's not fun for you, then you really need to do it. Because if you don't love yourself, what's up with that? You might need to look at that. I highly recommend it for your health and the health of every single person you ever deal with. Because when you're somebody who doesn't love themselves, it shows through to people who are noticing. And we want you to stop. We want you to stop. Okay, all of us, all the people you know. Okay, so I think that's, oh, come on, Koop. I was literally just going to say, hey, let's go ahead and bring Koop on, but no can do. So he has disappeared. I would imagine he'll be back because he was just there a moment ago. So anyway, well, let's go ahead and looking around. Is there anything else I want to say? Well, just for kicks, because it's my show and I can do what I want. And my computer, my iMac, is now in the living room in a corner, and I'm just going to swing it around so you can see what what is on our mantle above the fireplace. Let's just turn this around. Let's see if we can do this. Can we do this? Can we do this? Can you even see? This is ridiculous because I can't really see because I'm not getting off my ass. I hope no one's, oh my gosh, I hope Art's not watching for sure because he'd be throwing up from all that motion. Okay, so anyway, I don't know if you saw it, but it's a picture of Dave and I where he's pretending to spank me. Okay, that's on our mantle. So yeah, when we first got the first picture, not this one, but a different one of him spanking me, we loved it so much that I thought, well, I'm just going to put it in the living room as a joke for a second. And then now we always have a picture of Dave pretending to spank me in our living room. That's good stuff. I'm glad you tuned in for that. Okay, well, Koop is lost in space. He didn't send me any messages, I don't think. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do a grounding and then do some energy work. And, I invite anybody watching live, put it in the comments. If there's a topic you'd really like me to work on, um, give me a sign. Let me know what that is, and I'll check on it and see if that's what is best for the group today. So, um, and I just throw it out there. If anybody would ever like, probably not an entire mini session, but like a mini on the show energy work session, but you would need to be on camera for that. Um, let me know. I think it would be fun. We haven't done that for quite a while. Um, oh, and Blanca says she loves the new setup. The natural light is great. I agree. I love the natural light, and I will have to learn how to control it, which makes it a little bit unnatural light. Okay. Anyway, well, while we're waiting for Coop, yeah. So let's go ahead and do a grounding. So I'm thinking I'm going to go from my heart, but you can pick any chakra you want. Heart chakra is green. So if you are playing along, let's sit comfortably or lie down or whatever you do you. I'm sitting cross-legged on my beautiful cross-legged chair. Um, yeah. Anyway, so close your eyes and here we go. So let's picture that chakra, whatever chakra you've picked, or let's just go with heart chakra. Let's expand out our beautiful, powerful, powerful heart energy. That energy is going out, 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 expanding out indefinitely from us, sharing our love and light with the world. And part of that, we're going to open up our crown chakra and allow in the cosmic energy to come in as we put down some deep roots, some deep grounding roots into Mother Earth Gaia and bring up some of her energy. And meeting up, that energy will meet up with the cosmic energy, creating an interface between heaven and earth through us. So, yay! Okay, so let's put out a little invitation to any dead people, with anybody watching live or in the future. Uh, any dead people that are ready to move on to the light, care of our escort Jesus. Now is your chance. Now boarding. So, man, I do not miss an opportunity to do an old timey. Was that a conductor? Train conductor's voice? You're welcome. Oh, and when I was when I wrote my book, there's a part where I think I'm talking about, like, yeah, being like allowing it all. And Dave and I were playing Carcassonne, and he was counting up some points, and it ended up like 18 and 72. And I'm like, oh, 1872. Ah, fine year. Anyway, I do this stupid voice, and you can't tell that in the book exactly, but you can in the audiobook. You're welcome in advance if you buy the audiobook. Anywho, I really didn't know this book would take over my entire life, but apparently, yeah, I really thought I was going to get it out of me and walk away. What was I thinking? Like I was going to walk away from my baby? Life is interesting, and I'm open to it. So, anywho, so putting out that that shout out to any dead people. So, any dead people, this is your chance. So, first of all, my name is Colleen. Yes. My name is Bob. No. Okay, cool. So, are there any? Well, first of all, it's safe and appropriate to do some energy work for the group today, watching live and in the future. Yep. Okay. Are there any dead people that are ready to move on? Yeah. Okay. Um, all right. Is Jesus our best escort? Yep. Okay. Anything else we need to understand? Nope. Okay. So it's safe and appropriate to release these dead people to the light. Okay. Say goodbye to your little friends. Here we go. Okay. So have we successfully released any dead people from anybody watching live or in the future? Yep. Okay. So, and to be real clear, dead people who didn't need any extra help, they just needed an exit strategy. But as we all know, sometimes there are dead people that are not quite ready They're stuck, and we just need to go to our master menu and clean it up so they can move on and no longer be stuck. So, okay, so we're complete with the dead people. Thank you, Jesus. All right. All right. So, is there something energetic to do for the group today? Yep. Okay. This is on my master menu. Yeah. In column A, no. In column B, yeah. Okay. In an odd numbered row, no. Man, it's like I'm trying not to breathe because that's breathing makes me move. Okay, so an odd numbered row, oh, an even numbered row, yeah, okay. In row two, yes, okay, all right, and that takes me to my traumatized energy fields chart. Okay, so let me get there. There we are. Okay, so so there's a traumatized energy field for some of us at least. Yep. Okay. This is in column A, column B. Yeah. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row one, three, five. Okay. Family. Well, where my brain goes immediately, not that it matters, um, but it goes to like we are rapidly approaching trigger season. And don't worry, I know that any season can be trigger season, but Thanksgiving, Christmas, or whatever holiday you celebrate, yeah, or you no longer celebrate because you're not doing well with your family. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last time me and my family celebrated a Christmas. Well, it's been at least, I guess, going on 9 years. Um, yeah. So, and if you're feeling sorry for me, you don't need to. Um, yeah, we did it up when I was a kid, and it's like, whatever. Would I like my family to be intact because we all get along and have a good time together? Yeah, and maybe that'll happen someday. Things are always shifting, so I'm open to it. But at this moment, that is not in the cards. So I wish happy family interactions for you. But family is family. So we are going into trigger season. So we've got Thanksgiving, we've got holidays, and then we've got New Year's Eve, which is yeah, a rough time for a lot of people. It's cold, and I don't need to describe it to you, but I believe the suicide rates definitely go up around that time. Anywho, that being said, family. So what resonates is we're going to work on a family traumatized energy field. So if this is for you, this is what we're doing about it. So do we need to release any extra souls from that energy field? No. Okay, but we're going to look at our family energy field because it's traumatized. Okay, so there's something for the group. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. In row two, four, six, eight, eight. Okay, so that takes me to there's an energetic cord that needs to be cut. Or in other words, I see cords as they may have been useful at one time, like a connection with somebody else. But when they show up in my work, they've outlived their usefulness, if they even were useful. Um, yeah, you do not want them. Energetic leak. So, okay, so do we need details about this cord to be cut? Nope. Okay, so we're ready to just cut this cord. Okay. This is safe and appropriate and from the light for whoever needs it. Yeah. Anything else we need to understand? No. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. This is for you if it's for you. Here we go. Okay. Have we successfully cut this cord for whoever needs it? Yep. Okay, so are we still working with this traumatized family energy field? Yes. So there's something else to clean up? Yes. This is on my master menu? Yes. I am a monkey? No. Okay, good news. Although, as I've bragged, I do a really good monkey imitation, not to be confused with my turkey imitation. Or, I'm sorry if I did this before, but in addition to my Type 5 that I'm really not working on, but if I had to get up, if I had the opportunity to get up at an open mic, it would be great to have something in my pocket. Um, yeah, but I've been also working on my one word imitations. And the best one so far is, and I got this from somebody else. I didn't make it up, so I can't take full credit, but it's watermelon, watermelon. And that is John Lithgow. And when I'm in the right place, I do, as I think I bragged last week, I do a pretty good Ray Romano seeing his wife on his show, Everybody Loves Raymond. Deborah. Is that? Yeah. Anyway, so sorry. Let's get back to that's right. This traumatized energy field. Okay, so we successfully cut that cord. And what I saw it as, it was like cutting a cord from like each and every chakra. But anyway, and just so you know, when I cut a cord, I always cauterize the wound with some golden light. Anyway, yeah. So let's see what else is needed to take care of this traumatized family energy field for whoever needs it. Okay, so there's something else for us to do. Yeah. This is on my master menu. Okay, this is in column A. Yeah, in an odd numbered row. Wow, this is really resistant. Okay, this is in column A. I'm sorry, in row one. So it's in an odd numbered row, even numbered row. No, okay, this is in row one. Okay, so a negative portal needs to be sealed up. So let me get to my extensive negative portal system. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 pages in my binder here. Anyway, oh, new interesting lighting. Isn't this great? Okay. All right. This is a dimensional spiral portal. No, this is a playful. What, as I playfully say, seal 'em up portal. Yes. Okay. Oh, Koop's not back. What happened? I got to chat with him for like 5 seconds before. Okay. So this is in column A, column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row one. Yes. In row three. Okay. Our winner is, so this is more of a locational portal. Okay. So that immediately makes me think of, like, if there's a place where you usually spend family holidays, it might be that place. But whatever it is, do we need details on this place? No. So we have permission, and it's safe and appropriate from the light to go ahead and seal up this negative locational portal for whoever needs it, watching live or in the future. Yep. Okay. This is safe and appropriate. Are we ready? We are. Here we go. Okay, so have we successfully sealed up this locational negative portal for whoever needs it? Yep, awesome. Is there more to look at regarding this traumatized family energy field? No. Okay. And this is important to note if you watch Saturday Night Live. Well, even if you don't watch Saturday Night Live, I know a lot of people are like, I used to like it, used to be good, no, it's not good. That's bullshit. If Colleen, how do you feel about this? I love Saturday Night Live. It's still good. Is every sketch good? No, just like it's always been. So, but Ariana Grande was the host, not the musical host. Stevie Nicks was on, which was cool. And it was nice to see her sing. I wish she sang Landslide, but she didn't. I think she sang a new song. I didn't recognize it. And she looked so tortured singing it. And it was a little hard to watch. But Ariana Grande is really funny. She is really funny. So I suggest you watch it. And most importantly, and I know I've mentioned this many times, but if you're not watching, if you haven't seen the show You would think I was being paid for this. Um, yeah, if you haven't seen the show Jury Duty, that's always hard for me to say. Jury Duty, Jury Duty, that's on Amazon Prime or otherwise Freebie, so it's free. Um, it's 8, like I think half-hour episodes of magic. It is, I think, and if you know me at all, you know how much I love Spinal Tap. Like Spinal Tap is one of my favorite things in the world. Sadie and I have seen Spinal Tap, like, was it 3 times live? Um, which is amazing, not being a real band that actually tours all the time. So we're able to catch them 3 times. But anyway, poof. Yeah. Anyway, I think Jury Duty is on the level of mockumentary that Spinal Tap is. It's different, but it is so full of magic. I feel like if I was in grad school, like I could write a dissertation about it. And no, I'm not looking to write a dissertation because you know what I wrote? That's right. Damn it. Anyway, don't mind me as I entertain myself. Yeah, but like I want somebody like I think Dave is tired of me bringing up. Well, he might not be, but he's not into jury duty as much as I am. Like he appreciates it, but like that's one of my happy places because for some reason, like it can just be on in the background. Like I find it very comforting. People who don't have TVs, I don't understand. Well, we don't have TVs. We have one that we share. So that's how well Dave and I get along. Yeah, and it's just if I just want to laugh, I can go to any episode, any point in any episode, and watch this show that is magical. And if I had a podcast, my dream first guest would be James Marsden, who played himself as a douchey version of him, and the hero of Jury Duty, Ronald Gladden. I would love to have them on my show. That would be my dream. What are the chances? Anyway, but I started following both of them on Instagram. So next thing you know, I'll slide into their DMs and we'll make this happen. Okay, but if you haven't watched it, you are really missing out. It's one of the best things ever. And if you don't think it is, I dare you to watch it and at least explain your case to me in keeping with jury duty themes. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else for the group, if you're even still paying attention. Okay, thank you for hanging in there. Okay, so is there anything else for the group today, energy work-wise? Yeah, Jabbermouth, dare you. Okay, so this is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. Okay, in row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. Okay, the ever popular atrophied frozen emotion or, sorry, frozen negative emotion or atrophied positive emotion. So let's see which one it is. This is for the group. This is a frozen negative emotion. No, this is an atrophied positive emotion. Yes. Okay. I love these. Man, if I had some magic show up with these. Okay. This atrophied positive emotion for the group is in column A. Column B, yes. In an odd numbered row, yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 13. Okay. Willingness. Ooh, willingness. Willingness is a big one for me. And if you do energy work and you're working on something, because you're working with energy work. Anyway, I went to the School of Redundancy School. Yeah, you might want to check in on like one of the tools I use. I just call it statements on my master menu. But when that shows up, I ask like, okay, say I'm working on like a headache I have. It's safe to look at this headache. Yeah. Okay. I'm willing to look at this headache. No. Ooh, willingness or lack thereof. When you check your own energy field, you might be amazed. I'm always amazed when it shows I'm not willing to check something, even though I'm sitting here trying, so there's something in the background that's making me not willing or safe or ready or whatever. So that's my little tip to you. Oh, oh my God, what's happening here? He's back. What happened?
Oh, I lost cell phone service for a while. That's where I get my internet from.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Let's finish up this willingness thing and then I'll check in with you.
Sure, yeah.
I just don't want to lose my place.
Yeah, no, yeah. Good.
Okay. All right. So we're looking at atrophied willingness for whoever needs it, watching live or in the future. Okay. Anything else we need to understand about this or bring light to in order to disrupt this pattern? Nope. Okay. So we're going to use a bypass circuitry to disrupt this pattern. We are. So the bypass circuitry is in column A, column B, yes. In an odd numbered row, no. Okay. In row 2, 2. Okay. Love relationships is what's showing up. That's the name of it. So Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this atrophied energy of willingness, whoever needs it, watching live or in the future? Yep. Safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? Okay. I'm going to close my eyes and hold space for Gaia to work her magic. Here we go. Okay, Gaia, have you successfully facilitated the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this atrophied energy of willingness for those of us who need it? Yep. Okay, thank you, Gaia. You're awesome. So, Koop, what's up?
More the same. Nothing really new. I've been doing really well selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
Great.
Like I don't know. Yeah. More than I need to live on. So yeah.
Great.
So that's been good. I'm still looking for jobs. I have a second interview to be like a after school, like to run their after school tech club. Like computer, like people come in and basic coding and Excel and
where would this be?
At a local middle school.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's for some. It's called the Education Team. It's some private company, but they provide the supervision for after school clubs.
So that sounds kind of cool. How does that feel to you?
Oh, I think that sounds great to me. This is really interesting. So yeah, and it's
would you when you were that age, do you think you would enjoy like teaching something like this?
I think so, because I think I would be. I mean, I can really identify with kids. I can really bring it down to their level and like make it a personal thing. Like not just lecture at them, but really find what they want to do and what they're interested in and
what they can do with it in the future. And yeah, that's exciting. Well, you have my vote, so I think you'll do great if that's what you're meant to do.
Yeah, no, it sounds as good as anything else I'm doing right now. So yeah.
Great. Well, I mean, and that's that's something you're good at, right? I mean,
I've always thought so. I always thought I'd be a good. I never had like a formal education job, but just.
Well, but I mean, like the tech stuff, like what you know your subject.
Yeah, yeah.
And the teaching that'll come to you. Like you'll figure it out.
And I've always thought I would be good at it anyway. I'm pretty, for a guy, I'm pretty empathetic and can kind of like really, like find out. I can understand where they're coming from, kind of thing. I can really get, like I said, get down to their whatever level they're at or whatever pace they want to go at. So yeah, no, I never had a formal education job, but in various roles, I've had to train people and things like that, and I've always got some pretty good feedback on how I relate concepts and that sort of thing. So yeah, I think it'd be good.
I think that sounds great, and I just keep hearing from people of how, and I've read and hear from people of like kids are just more and more depressed these days. This generation. Yeah, and I get it. I was what's the technical term? Miserable as fuck in junior high school. Well, and so to have somebody like a mentor, like that just sounds lovely.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't want to like demonize social media, but yeah, it's really hard.
Oh God.
You're like comparing yourself to all these curated views of everyone else's life, and yeah, I think it can really affect self-esteem. Not really realizing how fake it can all be, and how you really, just because someone has a great profile and has pictures of them doing, it doesn't mean anything about their inner life,
Right?
So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is people are comparing themselves to all this shit online,
And can you imagine, Coop, like being in college and having cell phones and filming shit at parties? Or I'm really happy I'm
no,
not.
yeah.
I don't need a million films of me drinking and smoking and doing God knows what.
Well, yeah, no, and I even I was talking to Brock. I remember going to I don't know if I mentioned this already, but when we went to school, the only tech we had in our dorm room, we had a stereo and a phone on the wall. There was no TVs, we didn't have computers. Our doors were open all the time. I knew everybody in my dorm. We would get
Yeah,
together.
yeah. Open door policy.
Dinner together.
They
All rotate
emphasized it.
together.
Yeah.
It's totally different now. Brock they come home, they close their door, they sit down, they plug into their device, watch their show. He doesn't know his neighbors.
So why even be at school?
I know it's totally different.
Well, I hope that loosens up because I'm sorry, the whole point of being away at college is to there's the classes, of course, but it's to get to know people and know how to be with people and
Exactly.
you're learning how to be a functioning adult in the world,
Right. So, we had tentative plans to go see a movie this weekend, but then I checked in and he said, he was going to a party on Friday night.
Oh, good.
And Saturday they were all going to go to the football game. And
good. Okay. Good.
Yeah, so he had shit to do. So
actually, maybe I'm thinking of this. Maybe we're thinking of this wrong, and it's like, wow, maybe these kids are just so they're just I'm gonna go in my room, shut the door, do my homework, so that so I am prepared to go out and party my ass off.
He'll have to figure it out for however it works.
And pick up on people.
Yeah, as much as I just loved my college experience, and I wanted to have it too, but of course that's not possible. It's 40 fucking years ago. So yeah.
Well, I'm still so grateful that I met so many Sigma Chis and had so much fun. That was my favorite place to go, that or a bar. But I loved going to the house.
Yeah, I love living there, and I just love being on campuses, campuses, whatever.
Tell us more about that.
When I went to go visit Brock, just walking around, it just makes me feel younger, and just people are there, they're learning things and they're sharing ideas, and I just love the energy of being on a school campus. So yeah, I love college. College was great.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, me too. It's funny. I was a sociology major with an emphasis on social welfare. And I'm like, could I really tell you what it means to be a sociology major? I don't know. It's kind of like the religions thing. I don't really know what it means to be a Methodist or Mormon or Scientologist. Well, Scientologist I do. But yeah. Anywho, wow, it's 11:59. Anything? Well, let me just make sure there's nothing more magic to do.
Okay.
Is there any more magic to do for the group? No, so we're good. Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that. So, as always, if I can be of any service to anybody, energy healing with Colleen.com. I'm going to be on another podcast soon. Well, I already did it. It's going to come out soon. And I got a message from that person. So maybe there's news on that.
You could send out the links to that on your email list?
Send out the links to what?
To the podcast that you've been on.
Well, I'll put it in my newsletter. That's where I put that stuff. I don't know that yet. But the podcast I was on that I did put out, that I was so afraid that I fucked up, and it turned out it was fine. What's my problem? And it's gotten the most hits that person's podcast. She's just starting her podcasting career. So I get it, but
still, that's good.
And she's like, well, that doesn't mean everyone's watching the whole thing. And whatever. That doesn't take anything away from me. I'm a movie star. So, okay. Anyway, any closing comments, Coop?
Just
Closing comments.
just urge people to just be grateful for the shitty stuff.
Grateful to be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and me both, brother. Okay. Well, thank you for being here, Coop. I'm glad you made it back.
Yeah, thanks.
And thanks for everyone watching live or in the future. I really appreciate you. And I hope you check out my book if you haven't, because if you're not a sensitive woman, bet you $1 gazillion you know one, and makes a great gift. Anywho, that being said, so let's see. Okay, I have this new setup, so bear with me. Okay, Coop. Well, I love you. I love you all, and hopefully I'll see you next week. So,
Thanks for being here, everybody.
bye. Here we go. Is it going to work right? Here we go.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Koop.